Okay, now we're going to try another problem that actually has some pawns on each side. And one of the things that we can do, there's a legal move that we can make when we're dealing with an equation that we're trying to keep balanced. And that is, if you think of a seesaw, if you've ever been on a seesaw and you have kids on one side of the seesaw and on the other, if one person gets off the seesaw on one side, the other side of the seesaw would go down to the ground. The side where the child got off would fly up into the air and we would not be balanced anymore. So the way to keep it balanced is that if we remove something from one side, we need to remove the same exact thing from the other side of the equation. So what we're going to do here, we have pawns on each side. We're going to remove the same number of pawns from each side to keep the equation balanced. So on this side I have two x's, and on this side I have an x and a 6. And so what I'm going to do is actually take away an x from each side. Click those together, put them here. And now what I have left is I have an x, and on the other side I have a 6, which means that x equals 6. So I'm going to write that down on my answer sheet. I have the same problem drawn here, and x equals 6. And now the way that I check it, I'm going to go back to the original equation, so I'm going to put back the pawns on each side. And if x is equal to 6, that means this side would be 6 plus 6, which is 12. And on this side, I have the pawn, which is 6, plus the number 6, which is 12. So my check would be 12 equals 12.